Have you ever spent hours on a Canva project only to realize it still looks a bit amateur? You're not alone. I'm Auki, and here on my channel, I help you bridge the gap between just using a tool and actually understanding design logic. Most beginners fall into the same design traps that immediately scream rookie to the algorithm. These small mistakes are actually costing you engagement and making your brand look inconsistent. But today, you're making a change. I'm taking this exact hiking tips template and walking you through a pro-level makeover. By the end of this video, you'll understand the why behind every click. Let's dive in. Let's take a look at the first mistake here, which is zero contrast. Look at this text right here. It's white on a light blue background. If your viewers have to strain their eyes to read your tips, your design has already failed. The rule of thumb states that if you use a light background, then your text must be bold and dark. Watch the difference as I switch to this deep forest green color. You will notice that it immediately pops. The goal isn't just to have text written. It's to make it effortlessly readable from afar or from close by. A simple color change is your first step to a professional look. Moving on swiftly to the second mistake. I bet all of you already saw it from the first time you set your eye on this template. The mistake is weak hierarchy. You notice that the hiking tips font, it's beautiful, but it's a very thin script. While it might look okay on a desktop, on a tiny mobile screen, it's almost invisible. Designed for the thumb, not just the eye. We need to make your most important information impossible to miss from the very first instance someone lay their eyes on your post. You'll notice that by swapping to a bold, heavy sans serif and increasing its size, the viewer instantly knows exactly what this is about in half a second. This is what we call establishing clear visual hierarchy in design. Here's a bonus pro secret. If your background is still a bit too busy, you can add a subtle dark overlay. You can do this by placing a black square over your background. You will head over to elements, then select shapes, then find a square, then drop it on the post, and you can change its color to black. Once that is done, enlarge it to fit the space that you need it to cover. Just as you see I'm doing right here. Once that is done, you can head over to position it and layer it below all the other elements in the post. Just like that. Once that is done, you can then change the transparency of the square to about a figure that you see makes your design look better. You can see that I'm scrolling through to find the best position where I feel suitable, and yes, there it goes. For the third mistake, we are going to focus on the war between colors that you can see in this template right here. You can notice that the red hill is fighting the sky for attention. We are going to shift these colors to a matted earthy palette. Right here, I'm scrolling through the colors to find the right color that best fits everything. Remember, professional design is about harmony and not about every color yelling at the viewer at once. You can notice the difference already as I change the colors. You need to find the colors that best fit the post that you have. Majorly because you don't want the viewer focusing on things that are unnecessary and were not intended to be focused on when making the design. You'll just keep scrolling and try to find the best color for whichever design that you're making. You see how the greens are picking up and looking better. The design is starting to feel like a design. You get me? Yes. You can also search the name of the color that you want so that you can avoid unnecessary scrolling through colors that are not intentional. Finding random beautiful colors is the best tip I can give you. Just trying to figure out whatever can fit. And you can always take your time when looking for colors. There's no rush. Because the biggest achievement is when you finally have a design that even you yourself can view it and feel satisfied and communicated to. Like having that post relay the information it was meant to relay. That is the beautiful thing about design. So you will just notice that I'm going through every possible color to achieve what I desire. And you will see the results and the change in everything once I am done. There you go. My final colors are now in place. Another visible mistake is the mixed visual language. This template has two different types of bullets used. There is the dots and there is the ticks. It's messy, as you can see. We are going to pick one style and stick to it. We are going to remove the ticks and remain with the other bullet points. You should know that consistency in your elements is a silent signal that your brand is organized and trustworthy. That is very key, and you should always maintain that. Another noticeable mistake here is broken alignment. You notice that beginner-friendly text is way outside the margin, as well as the last sentence in the post. We need to pull everything to a strict left margin, whereby they all fall inside the margin and not outside of it. Remember that when elements line up, the eye knows how to follow the story. Alignment creates order out of chaos, and you will keenly notice that as I do the shifts in this part. Notice how I'm enlarging some fonts and reducing others so that the main message of the post is clear and bold and the first thing that the eye sees before it flows to the next. Finally, the other mistake here is static composition. You can notice that these trees feel stuck in the middle. We are going to move them to the corner to anchor the frame. Just like that. Right there, you can see that they're situated in a good place. Now you can notice that the design feels balanced and grounded. It does not look like a template anymore. It looks like a custom piece. I'll just do the final adjustments and you can follow through with me with every click. You can do it side by side with me as well, so that we have a polished template. then you will notice the big difference between the template we started with and the one that we're going to finish with. I think these are some of the things I enjoy most about Canva. I can actually play around with elements, fonts, and just put them together to come up with something beautiful like this. Look at the final. Wow. Look at the difference. We went from a chaotic flyer to a professional high-end piece of content. Design isn't just about adding more. It's about making better decisions. If this makeover helped you, hit like and subscribe to by Auki. Let's master design logic together.